Hi guys, it's Iffy. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are brand new, hi! So excited to have you here. I'm a spiritual wellness teacher. What that means, I pretty much teach people concepts of spirituality, psychic development, self-love, and I throw in a lot of myself. A lot of this is all based on my own experiences. You can find my miscarriage video right here. That was the basis of my big awakening, although in my opinion, everybody's on a spiritual journey from the minute they're born, right? Today's episode, we're going to talk about empathy and the different levels of empathy. I say levels instead of types because this is all my own experience, and I definitely did not go from 0 to 60 in a day. As my journey evolved, there's been layers and levels, and yeah, it can it's a lot to take in at first, but I'm at the place where I'm managing, I'm learning, and I'm very indigo, and my guides have instructed me to learn, digest, and then tell all. So I will be telling you all the different levels, ending with the HEYOKA empath, which is totally me. I won't go into too much detail. Maybe I will, I don't know, I guess I'll just let it flow and see how it goes. So, as always, ask questions, let me know what kind of empathy, or if you're empathetic of what you're feeling, because it can be overwhelming. Again, this is my experience. It can be completely overwhelming without the proper tools in place, and or sometimes people, or all that type of stuff. Let me go on. There's a lot of them. I'll try and count as I go. I took notes. There's a lot. Okay, but first I'm going to sage. So this is actually not sage, this is Palo Santo, and what this is, it's a piece of wood. You can use sage or smudge, that's another term for it, and the smoke pretty much just helps to dissipate any negative energies. As an empath, this is vital. There are so many other tricks, and maybe I'll do a video on tips and tricks or rituals for empaths, but this is one of my favorites, so I'm just smudging. Himalayan salt crystal is another one, purifies the air, removes negative energies, toxins, all that stuff like that. Empath number 1, or not in any real order, is just me going. So there's a natural empath, and what natural empaths are, they have the ability to connect with animals, plant consciousness, if you will. Can you talk to your animals? Can you telepathy? Obviously, that's kind of where it's coming from. You can feel, you can sense things with plants, animals. Empathy is all about, it's part of psychic development, it's part of being psychic even. I love air quotations. You have the ability to feel, sense, pick up, and I'll go into that with more detail. So you have the natural empath. 2. A physical empath. A physical empath is somebody who can feel the physical, it's either a physical and or healing and or medical even. You have the ability to feel other people's ailments, their pains even, their sicknesses, and it doesn't like jump from their body into your body, now it just takes over. If you are speaking with somebody or talking and they have a headache, you could very easily get a headache and not have any clue why. Any level of empathy, this is, it's there. Trust me. Number 3, an emotional empath. So we have the physical where you can pick up literally, oh, I have a shoulder pain now. The emotional empaths can feel everybody else's emotions. If it's not balanced, if these things are not balanced, you can definitely feel incredibly overwhelmed, depressed, lethargic, not even having a clue what's going on. That's the emotional empath. 4, the mental empath. So the mental empath, it kind of goes along with telepathy. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's in the same category pretty much. But you have the ability to intuitively read information about others. And this type of information, it's a knowing. It comes out of seemingly nowhere. You just know it. Typically you'll have, it's like the gut instinct feeling. It's kind of like that. Is this making sense so far? I hope so. Empath 5. We have the spiritual empath. This type of empath is very spiritually integral, meaning that they can always sense when somebody is on their soul path, their divine path, listening or living from a place of that other person's values or morals. The spiritual empath, it has the ability to sense this type of stuff. Like any other empath, if this is not balanced, you have the ability to absorb too many emotions, too much information. All of it, if it's not balanced, can lead to overwhelm, depression, feeling like a hermit. What else have I felt? Literally wanting to hide under a rock. Like, there's been months, and I'm only coming out of it now, which is why I can talk about it, but there's been literally months I couldn't even go on Facebook. It was just too intense. So, grounded, feet in the ground, practice. Do you guys want to see a video about what to do to keep yourself protected? Let me know. Post it in the comments down below. Number 6 is the mediumship empath, getting more into the psychic abilities. Pretty much what that means, the mediumship empath has the ability to sense and feel the energy of spirits in different presence that you physically cannot see. Number 7, the geomancy, I'm definitely saying that wrong, empath, that, I'm just going to call them geos. The geo empath is the type of empath you have the ability to sense Mother Earth, the land, the energies of the world, if you will. Typically, these empaths can also feel when a natural disaster, an earthquake, a hurricane, some big crazy weather pattern is about to happen or going to happen regardless of where you are in the world. That's the other thing with empathy. You do not have to be in front of a person to experience any of this. It can happen a million miles away. It can happen on the other side of the world, and it can happen on the interwebs. Trust me, I know. 8, the precognitive empath. Precognitive empath has the ability to sense when something important is about to happen. In my experience, the sensing has always been positive. I know lots of other people where it has been negative and positive. It's been both. So it's truly, I don't know what the difference is, why some people would only experience more positivity than others, or why some experience both. In my experience, I've only precognitively have been able to sense the super positive things. And if it has been something quasi-negative, it hasn't been doom dreading, if that makes sense. It's never been scary in my experience, ever. 9! So this is the claircognitive, or the knowing empath. Essentially, it's similar to the mental empath, where the mental empath, that would be awesome for like tests, I guess. You can kind of feel, you kind of know what's going to happen. But the claircognitive, or the knowing empath, this clear knowing, this empath has the ability to sense or feel what needs to be done in any given situation at that moment. They just know. Even if it doesn't make any logical sense, you just know you can get things done. These type of empaths are really awesome under pressure. Typically, even though they could be in the middle of a crisis or something crazy, they just have this, there's a peaceful, calm feeling because you just have a knowing that comes from nowhere. You can't make sense, you can't explain it to anybody, it's just there. 10, I included the telepathy. It can also go with lines of the mental empath. Literally, the telepathy, you have the ability to know what people are thinking and know what people are feeling. That one was trippy when that started to happen to me. That was hard. That's when I went into my little hole, my little cave of my house, and limited my interaction with Facebook to like 1 posting a day on my business page and like nothing on my personal page. It was intense. Yeah. 11. This type of empath, intellectual shape-shifting empath, that is the term I came across. I don't even know what I would call it myself, but essentially this empath, and my battery's gonna die, I'm gonna keep going until it dies. Essentially, this empath has the ability to know or understand what is not being said. So reading between the lines. So say there's an interaction between you and somebody else, and the other person's thoughts not allowing the right words that they want to come out, the empath is going to know what they're trying to say and read between the lines, because that's what empaths do. They just have this knowing. 12. 1, 2. This is the SEER, S-E-E-R type of empath. The SEER or a visionary even, pretty much has the ability to see into a situation. They have a knowing of where the other person emotions and reactions are coming from. So they can see the trigger from within the other person, which gives the seer empath the ability to emphasize more compassion in the situation at hand. The seer empath can also have visions, dreams, or just visions like of flashes. For me, when I have visions, it's almost like a flash of a movie of something that is going to happen, or future vision or something along those lines. It happens randomly. I guess in this space I can't control any of it other than keeping myself grounded and calm and clear as best as I can. The dreams happen a lot though, and if I'm in a really like, I'm so excited about life and connecting with somebody on the same type of energy, vibration, frequency, the visions just boom, bam, boom, bam, bam, boom, boom, which is pretty cool. 13! Molecular empathy. This one is kind of trippy. So this type of empath has the ability, it's not even like they do it on purpose. Empaths are almost like, all of them, an emotional sponge. So I would say this would even happen with most people, or all empaths. I'm gonna say this happens with all empaths. Essentially what happens, one's person aura, which we have this energetic body that most people can't see around us. Pretend my hands are auras. One person's aura and this person's aura, they can blend together. So if it's in an aware space or with trusted friends, when the auras blend together very finely in this type of empathy, they can move together in a spiritual space and learn and evolve together. That's what I'm figuring out. Prior to that, without that conscious awareness or the knowing, and the auras get mixed up, the empath especially will be tapped out. Just done for the day. Make sure you cut off your ties and cut off your energies from the other person to preserve your energy. Because then the other person walks away typically happy and excited because they just got a lift. The empath, the not knowing, with the non-awareness, just got depleted. It's just a fact. 14. Then we have the shamanic empath. The shamanic empath essentially encompasses all of the other traits. Shamanic empaths, they can connect to the world that we can't see, the metaphysical world, beyond sight. So that is with spirits, otherworldly beings, higher beings of love and light, angels, God, that type of thing. They connect with your higher self even. The shamanic empaths have the ability to see the bigger picture and help others move towards that space. If this is imbalanced, like I said, with all of them, it can become incredibly overwhelming. You can get physically ill, just sick for days. Typically, our energetic body, the shield we have that you cannot see around us, when that gets too clogged up with other people's stuff, with all these extra energies we can't cipher out, we will get sick. I promise you, I've been there. 1-5. We move into the HEYOKA empath. The HEYOKA empath is the most powerful empath of all. It is the empath that we see things differently than the rest of the world. The empath that literally the perspective is completely backwards, if you will, from what is typically out there in the world today. The HEYOKAs are the mirrors of the great mirrors of everything. So typically when you are around a HEYOKA and you're hanging out with them, let's say you leave them and you feel really negative and angry, the HEYOKA empath, like maybe you think they are a certain way, maybe you think they're arrogant or, I don't know, cocky or something. So the HEYOKA, if you feel that way leaving the HEYOKA, it simply could mean that the HEYOKA is showing you that you need to be more humble. As simple as that. If you are hanging around a HEYOKA and you feel love and uplifted and super excited and just overjoyed, the HEYOKA is showing you the path to amazing radical self-love. That's what I have so far. Let me know, please, if you guys have experienced anything similar, if you know different types. It could literally go on for days. There could be crystal empaths, people, I have crystals even, but people who are in tune with the energies of precious stones and rocks and can feel the energy. There are many different types of empathy. I'm sure the list is going to continue to grow. These are the 15 that I know of from my personal experience. And yeah, I also have to say with the HEYOKA empath, and this was something hard for me to swallow when I first learned about this energy within myself. All of the literature I found trying to figure out what this meant, like I was asking my guides, I'm like, please show me signs of my sensitivity levels. What is going on with me? Why do I feel like I need to crawl under a rock? Why can I not be on Facebook? Why can't I? These types of things. Show me the levels. Then I started seeing everywhere. HEYOKA, HEYOKA, HEYOKA. I've never even heard the word in my life. The thing with HEYOKA is I've read everywhere that we're not allowed to talk about it because we have to experience all these tremendous hardships to teach us humility, to teach us to be humble and to go forward, to bear the burdens, if you will, and move that way through life. In my case, my guides have told me from day one that is not your job to follow the traditional guidelines. I went from Reiki 1 to teacher in less than 6 months, and typically it should take a few years. That's not the energy of today. The energy that's needed is healing. We need to connect with each other so we can all heal and learn and grow together. That is why I'm talking about it, because my guides have told me it is time. It is time for us to wake up. It is time for us to come together and grow and learn from each other and form a support system. Because quite frankly, in today's society, if HEYOKAs were to just burden everything, HEYOKAs are indigos. They are synonymous. They are the one and the same. You can be born a HEYOKA, and then over time, I've read in some places, your energies as you develop as a person can become so sensitive that it's transferred into HEYOKA. Does that make sense? I hope so. I had to add that in because I know there'll be others. I feel it. I know. I can't explain where or why. I know. I just do. But I know there will be others out there getting their panties all in a bunch because I'm talking about it. That's what we're supposed to do. We're all supposed to learn and grow and evolve together, and that is my mission, is to share everything I know with all of you. So please connect. Make sure, if anything, this resonates with you on any level whatsoever, give me a thumbs up. Yay! Because we need community. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this with other people to get the message out, because we need to come together. The message needs to get out. We all need to find each other as sensitive beings so we can join together and help raise the vibration of the world. That is why we're here. That is why we chose to come into humanity. So, like, subscribe, share, come hang out with me on social media because I'm there. And I have to say, this is why I love YouTube so much, because I feel like a human being again, because I can manage my sensitivity levels way easier. I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me know what you want to see. Post it in the comments below. I really hope that this helped somebody out there. My spiritual journey has been messy, to say the least. So if I can shed any light or hope, anything, I would be so honored and happy and excited. So let me know. I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome night. Mwah! Bye!